Hey everybody, it's Rod coming back at you with another video for the PhotoFair. Today I want to talk about the EOS M6 Mark II. I'm actually filming this video on that camera, no boom mic, no extra lighting, just kind of straight out of the camera. I am using a 24mm 1.4L lens with a Metabones focal reducer. But that's it. So the quality of the video on lighting and sound is really what you can expect to get right out of the camera without any studio appurtenances that I typically add when I'm doing these videos. So the audio may not be as good as when I use the boom mic, but I think it's a great idea to kind of see how that camera, this camera I should say, will function. But this video is going to talk about why I made the move. There's a lot of rumors floating around the rumor mill that Canon is going to discontinue the EOS M series of cameras. I hope they don't. I think there's a place for it. And for most of this video, I'm going to kind of show you the controls on the camera, the way it's laid out, some things I don't like about it. I didn't buy it when it first came out because I was hoping for an EOS M5 Mark II, but I don't think that's coming. So I went ahead and updated to the M6 Mark II. So with no further ado, let's get into the camera and why I think this is a really cool platform that Canon should keep. So here you can see this picture of the EOS R5 with a 16-35L compared to the M6 Mark II with the roughly equivalent 11-22 EFM. There is a huge size difference and a massive weight difference. And even though Canon is talking about bringing a new R series camera with the APS-C sensor, that camera is still going to be bigger because it has to house the much larger mount. And so the lenses will be bigger. And I really like the compact size of the EOS M system. So I hope they don't get rid of it. So the camera has good controls, not as good as the M5. You're missing one extra dial, but it is very customizable. So you can see you've got the wheel dial on the back of the camera here. You've also got dial up top for exposure compensation and the mode dial. You can customize most of the buttons that you see on this camera, which is nice. The fit and finish is definitely better on the M6 Mark II than it was on the M5 or the M6. So they definitely upped their game there to make the camera feel a little more premium. And in the price range they're getting for this camera, which is about $900, it should feel premium. Also, with the M6 and the M6 Mark II, of course, the EVF is an optional attachment. It's about $200, and it takes up the hot shoe on top of the camera. So that part I don't like. It's one of the reasons I bought the M5 instead of the M6 originally when those two came out simultaneously. But I don't think an M5 Mark II is coming. I think this is the end of the road for EF-M, for the EF-M lenses and for the EF-M cameras. And that's unfortunate. So I did a travel camera video and a travel camera blog focused around my M5 and the travel kit. That's really what I really love about the M series cameras. They're very small, they're very compact, on par size and compactness with Sony's A6000 line of cameras. And those are great cameras as well. Similar size lens mounts, similar size lenses. And so I'm going to miss the EFM, but it is what it is. Canon's all in on the RF. It's a great mount, but it's going to be hard for them to make small, compact lenses with that giant 54mm RF mount. So I think that's just going to be a trade-off we're going to have going forward. So this camera, M6 Mark II, is a good camera. Probably going to be the last EFM camera I buy unless the rumors are wrong about the fate of the EOS M. PhotoFair is a great place, as are most camera shows, where you can buy cool old vintage glass. And some of it's expensive and some of it's really, really cheap and reasonable. On the M6 camera here, you see an old Leica Summit f1.5 50mm lens. Now these are pretty reasonable, $400 or $500 typically, and I've got it mounted to the M6, and look how small and compact that old rangefinder lens is, and that lens covers full frame. Of course, on this camera, it's going to feel like an 80mm short telephoto because of the crop factor of 1.6, but on 50 1.5, and it's got that beautiful old school vintage look. I mean, it just renders so nice. The bokeh in the background is fantastic, and you can use this M6 for these kinds of things. So there you have it. That's the EOS M6 Mark II in a nutshell. We have PhotoFair shows coming up for the remainder of this year. We're hoping to be able to pull off our June show at Seawood Photo. That'll be a small show in and around the Seawood Photo Camera Shop in San Rafael, California. And then we are still on track for Portland in mid-September and the Newark Pavilion and in November. So go to photofair.com, check the website. You'll get updates on show dates, and hopefully we can get all 3 of these this year because we really didn't have a whole lot of shows last year during the pandemic. I wish you all well. Look forward to seeing you at future photo fairs and right here on YouTube for the next video.